I'm gonna be talking about something kind of funny that I was actually asked to talk about, and that is getting into fights. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have ever gotten into a fist fight before, but I have. And actually, I was asked to talk about the time I got into a fist fight. So, so I'm gonna talk about the last time I got into a fight. Right? I haven't been in a fist fight since like ninth grade. I'm in 10th grade. I'm in 10th grade now. I got into one last year, beginning of the year, and I haven't been in one since. I've had a few close calls with like some fucking douchebags getting in my face and shit. But since, I just really haven't had any situations where I've actually had to like beat somebody's ass. Now, I have had to exchange words a few times, or I've had to be like, you need to fuck off kind of shit. But otherwise, nothing serious. You guys know. So, last year it was football season, and I play football, and we had about 3 weeks left. I was about to get moved to varsity or anything like that. But that's not the point. What ended up happening was I was sitting at the game. It was a varsity game, and I was just kind of sitting there waiting, just talking to my girl. We were just talking about, you know, our plans after the game, and if we're gonna go out and eat and stuff like that. And we're just chilling there and just waiting. And this is at this time, this is when smack cams were like becoming a really big thing, and you know, they were becoming like really popular. Everyone thought they were funny. They were good ideas, so everyone was doing them, right? No, I didn't see one that night. Nothing really happened smack game wise. But this kid walks up to me, right? And this kid, he's probably about 6'5", big black kid, comes up to me and he just walks up and goes, I mean, big as me, and like Shaq. He goes, whap, hits me right in the face. He goes, ha, smack cam. I left this game because I didn't like the map, and it puts me back in the same fucking game. Really? Really? Okay, fine. I'll just play the fucking map, I guess. So basically, what ended up happening though is he hit me in the face, and I was heated. I was so fucking pissed. I was like, something like, what the fuck? Like, I knew this kid, and he hit me, and like, it would have been one thing if the kid had something on his hand, like in a smack cam, like, oh, here's some like shaving cream or soap, smack cam, oh. But he didn't. He just barehanded open, just whap, hit me, right? He hits me, and I'm instantly just pissed, right? So I take him, and I start pushing him, right? And I pushed him back, and I keep pushing him, and he's like, dude, get the fuck off me, what the fuck's your issue, right? I'm just like, you're a fucking dick, right? And I get off him, like a good, civilized human being, and I just kind of, I would just walk away, right? I go to the bathroom, you know, I go and take a whiz, and I'm sitting there washing my hands, and this, one of my friends walks up to me, and he says, he's talking shit about you. And I'm like, and I already know who. I didn't have to ask who. I already knew, alright, because this motherfucker was trying to fight me. I already knew he was trying to talk shit about me. So I was like, the fuck you mean he's talking shit? He goes, yeah, he's talking shit about you. He said you're a bitch. He said you're a bitch because you came into the bathroom and you won't fight him. And I was like, what? I'm like, well, that's stupid. And he goes, what are you gonna do about it? And I'm like getting pumped at this point. I'm like, oh, fucking heat and shit. I'm like, I'm about to beat his ass. I'm about to fight this motherfucker. Right? I'm just sitting there like, I'm like, he said, what are you gonna do? I'm like, I'm gonna fight this motherfucker. And I'm sitting there, I'm all pissed off, right? So I come storming out of the bathroom. Now let me just explain the scene a little bit, alright? So the way it's set up is it's like we got the concession stand in the middle. We fought at by the concession stand, alright? But we got the concession stand, and then like there's a front of the concession stand and a back, right? And then there's bathrooms on both sides, alright? Ladies, gentlemen's, alright? And there's 2 windows here, 2 windows here. And sometimes, depending on how active the game is, we'll have all 4 windows open for concessions. Well, that night we only had 2, and that was the front 2. So the back 2 weren't open, alright? And right behind the concessions, there's a fence, alright? It's a tall fence, and it goes right behind the bleachers, alright? Don't ask me why they have the fence to the bleachers blocked off. I think I know why. So what ends up happening is, with all this shit blocked off and everything, right? Okay. So I come out at the back of the bathroom on the other door, right? So I'm behind the thing, and the kid's already standing here. Like, this motherfucker's already standing here. I come out, I grab him by his shirt, and I just take this motherfucker straight back. Alright, I just grab him and go whap, take him right into the fence, right? After I take this kid in the fence, he's like all stunned shit. He's like, oh, what? And like, I sound like I sucker punched him. Like, he knew, like, everyone was telling him I was about to come out of the bathroom and fight the kid, right? So he knew I was coming, alright? So he acted like he was surprised. I was like, oh, what? And then I took him, and then he tried to like wrestle me, right? He tried to like grapple me and shit. So he took me and tried to like throw me into like this water fountain. I forgot to tell you what that is. There's a like water fountain there. Tried to like throw me into the water fountain. I spun him around, and he almost took me into the fence, right? And this kid's big, so like he weighs a lot, right? So he's trying to take me into the fence. Well, then I turned, and he wasn't able to get me into the fence. But I turned, and I slammed him back into the fence again. All right. And then he like took a swing on me, and then like I said, this guy got big ass meaty hands, right? And he's fast too. He's not slow, all right. And I like block his hand. I'm like, like Jackie Chan the shit out of him, like, wah! and then like I don't make that noise though, right? So I'm like in complete serious mode right now. Like I'm about to fuck this kid up. And like after I do that, like I take him and I just like block his hand, and then I like spin it around, and I'm left-handed. I hit him with my right hand like in the stomach, right? He's like, whoo! He like doubles over, and then I like grab by his like shoulder, and like I try to like slam him into like the wall, and and then like he like tilts down, and he like hits the side of the water fountain and like cuts him. And he starts like cussing and shit at me. He starts pushing me, starts swinging a lot on me, right? I'm like blocking his punches, right? I'm like Jackie Chan. Like I said, I'm Jackie Chan in the shit of this kid, right? He cannot keep up with me. I'm like 100 miles per hour, right? I'm like fucking flying over here. He's like 50, right? Like he could not be in the fast lane with me. Like he was falling behind, right? And wait, what the fuck? Wait, oh, there he is. And I was just beating his ass, right? And like kind of though. At the same time, I think he only landed one punch on me, and this is when it happens, right? So I take him in, and he like I said, he like swinging me and shit. And I'm like blocking him, and I'm pushing him around. I'm like taking him into the fence. I ended up putting him in a chokehold because he wanted to like try to grapple with me like wrestling. And I'm slamming him into shit. And no, I'm one off. Okay, no, I was one off UAV. Ah! And as I'm like slamming into all this shit, right? He finally like ends up hitting me like in the stomach, right? Like he gets a good solid punch in the stomach, all right? Or not in the, like in the side, really, not like in the stomach. Like he hits me like in by my rib, kind of. And I just go berserk. I take this motherfucker and I slam him into the wall. I turn around, slam him into the fucking fence again. Turn him around, slam him into the water fountain. I throw him down. And I push him backwards. And then like this kid, he's like waddling towards me. He's like, oh, and then goes to swing at me. And I just like pull another Jackie Chan, like push up this time, and like I jab like under his like armpit with my left hand, and I spun around. And then I grab like a handful of shirt, and I just bring this kid. And he's like tall. I'm like this. I'm like, oh, and I bring my arm back and went whack, and hit him right in his jaw. Like this. It went from this to this. And like this whole time, over this amount of time, like people started gathering around and everything and like watching. And this what ended up happening though is like after that, like he just kind of sit there, and I got him in his face, and I tried to think of the most badass thing I could say, but the only thing that caught my mind is don't fucking touch me ever fucking again. And now of course I would say frick instead, because frick is a good word to use instead of fuck, because we're good kids. We use frick instead of but that's what I said to him, and he was like, oh, okay. And then this is the best part, right? So this happens, and like this is really ironic, honestly, to me. After we get in a fight, I get up, I leave. I call my mom. I said, yo, mom, I'm gonna come home. We're winning by a lot. I don't really want to watch the game anymore. It's gotten boring. She's like, what about dinner with your girl? I'm like, nah. I was like, not tonight. She has to go do something. And she's like, all right, fine. I think she like knew at this point that something was wrong, but she didn't really like pick up on what it was, all right? Because like I was like mad, like I was heated at this point. When I get mad, I just want I'm fucking fight anyone. Like I was ready to just fight some like little ass baby on the street that fucking giggled at me the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like I was heated, right? So I'm getting in the car stuff, right? I'm getting ready to go home, and like I go into the locker room and I get all my stuff, and I'm getting ready, right? And then like I'm like leaving, and who was it? My AP, my AP, because we had different APs. My AP walks up to me with one of the other teachers, or not another teacher, with the principal, the head principal, and they're like, oh, how was your night, Jack? Did you enjoy the game? And all I could think was, oh, they have no fucking clue what just the fuck happened. I'm like, oh yeah, good night, Doug. Where you going? I'm like, oh, home. I'm tired and I'm kind of sore from practice. And I like, oh, okay, that's good to see you, right? And so I went home, and I never told my mom. Like I told her like later, but I went home, and I get a message on my phone, right? And it's like somebody saying, oh, I got the fight record. I saw it, and I was like, damn, I beat that kid's ass, right? Well, the funniest part was, this is kind of random, but you look in the background of the video, and you can see some creepy ass old man wearing glasses sitting there doing the rat face. He kind of look like this. I'll show you on the screen now. He look like that. So yeah, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Keep it real. And guys, really quick, let me just say thank you so much for the growth I've been having. I couldn't do it without you guys. I've been growing pretty well, and it's pretty great. So I'll see you later again. I say, guys, keep it real. Peace.